Welcome back, everybody, to your first, second, and finally, your third stimulus check has arrived with the American Rescue Plan. We're going to talk the CARES Act, the Relief Act. We're going to talk PPP Round 2, EIDL targeted grants. We talk executive orders, and we even talk financial education and wealth strategies right here on this channel. It's late in the evening on March 3rd. This is your late night East Coast and your evening West Coast briefing on everything PPP. This is a very important message that I need to everybody to hear, okay? Because if you go out right now to file on gross and you pick the wrong form, you're going to be getting the wrong amount of money. Big message you need to hear. Let's get straight into the details. Welcome back, everybody. I am Edward Bilder. To all my loyal subscribers out there, welcome back to another video. And if you are joining us for the first time today, welcome. Consider becoming a subscriber. Remember to do your part. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Smash the old like button. This is a very big message. And every time you hit that like button, YouTube shares this with somebody else, okay? So big message that has to get across here on PPP. Because if you pick the wrong form, as I said in the intro, you could be getting the wrong amount of money. You want to make sure you're getting the right amount of money and going off of your gross income. We're going to talk all those details here coming up. You may hear some repeat things if you caught our afternoon. But we want to make sure that we brought this to everybody on the East Coast, late night viewers, and all of our West Coast evening viewers, okay? So you don't miss anything, and you get in line to start getting your funds for PPP Draw 1, Draw 2 off of gross income. Now, look, we're a mere 3 days from the new stimulus bill being passed. You're going to see all kinds of great stuff coming in this program, recurring checks, and the amendment process is about to happen here any minute now. It should be starting tomorrow, actually. So catch all of our stimulus videos, all of our stimulus updates, so that you're informed, so that you know what's coming down the pipeline. You can also catch us on other videos where we talk building wealth strategies through passive income, royalties, the stock market, and real estate. Let's get straight into these details here for you. Before we take a full dive into this update, let us know in the comments if you are joining us in your PPP Draw 1, PPP Draw 2, where you applied, and if you got your funds. We're trying to collect some data for all of our viewers here to keep everybody informed. So I thank you for your help. Okay, everybody, remember the day, March 3rd, when the SBA decided to make this process for us much more complicated than it had to be, okay? March 3rd is the day that the new applications for PPP have arrived, okay? They've gone and revised the previous first draw and dropped on us a new application, okay? So we're going to talk the details of what that means, because now it's going to come down to where you go to apply for the loan to know if you're getting the full gross benefits of this versus the net benefits of this, okay? And we're going to talk about this all here in detail. Now, Womply, I'll say this real quick. Womply is getting it done. You could go to Womply, get on fast track, check out this video right here, get you into the fast track, get you your Draw 1 and Draw 2 off of your gross income for Schedule C filers. This is line number 7, okay? And in that video, you could also hear some details as to what your options are if you have already filed. So pay attention to all that information, because it gives you some key details as to what your next steps are, the decisions you have to make if you want to get yourself adjusted to gross income, if you have a chance of doing it or if you don't have a chance of doing it. So check that out, okay? Okay, so if this wasn't complicated enough, all right, the whole program wasn't complicated enough. The SBA has gone and dropped on us 2 forms. I know, 2 forms now. 2. I just need a minute here. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. They do the same thing, but they do very different things, okay? It's basically, your first form is for PPP if you're filing using your net income, and the second form is PPP if you're using your gross income. I know, those two can. The one over here can deliver you $1,000 if you're, let's say, an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, and you've minimized your tax burden with your mileage. This net amount over here can give you a $1,000 loan, versus this one over here that could give you a freaking $20,000 loan, right? So different, okay? So you got to be very careful when you're out there with your lender, finding out if you're using gross income or net income. And go in ready, go in prepared with, if you're a Schedule C filer, go in prepared to be looking for a lender that will be filing gross right now, okay? Big important message there, all right? I'm going to talk through the changes that are in the form, okay, because it does expand eligibility. And so there are 3 basic changes that are in the form, and one is basic. Using ITIN numbers is now permitted. Number 2, they've added details on demographic info. Okay, I think they're trying to force us into. It's optional, but I think they're trying to force us into putting our demographic info in there, because currently it says 80% of us decided to not declare if we're white, black, African American, or Latino. We decided we're not going to declare that, and so when they're dropping their data on us in these news reports, they're saying like, oh, we want to make sure the money's going to the right people, make sure women are getting it, black or African Americans and Latino communities, but they don't even have the data to say that, because they only got 80% of everybody says, now we're just not going to tell you. Okay. All right. So the next thing that they changed in the questions for the eligibility questions, number 2 now specifies that it excludes delinquencies to student loans. So previously, if you had a delinquent student loan, or if you were late or even defaulted, you're now eligible to apply for PPP. Okay, so they've gone and excluded federally backed student loans. Okay, so those are the changes, similar in both forms. All right, now the thing you got to make sure you do, okay, is fill out the right form. And I can't say this enough. Fill out the right form. Because if you're using your Schedule C, almost everybody who's going to go out there for the first time application, you're crazy if you decide to go off your net. You should be going off of your gross. It's going to maximize the amount of money. There's been reports that said, that basically this is like a 10x multiplier. It's not. I was saying on previous videos, it's like 3 times. It's more like 10 times. You could get 10 times the amount now, up to that threshold of $20,832. And now 2x that, because you could get draws 1 and draws 2 off the same formula, getting $40,000 now. It is a big, big difference. So pay close attention to that, okay? Because it is time to get our funds. It's time to get back to a state of normal. And it's time to start investing again. Right now in the description, you could check out Webull and M1 Finance. Webull wants to give you 2 free stocks valued up to about $1,600 after you deposit $100 into the platform. And M1 Finance wants to give you a $30 bonus after signing up and sending $100 into the platform. You can take the $130 and invest it any which way you want. I actually use both of these platforms each and every day. I had some fun the other day because I spun this wheel right here. Just follow along here for a second. I spun the wheel here, and I won free stocks, right? After you invite your friends to join the platform, you get the opportunity to win stocks just like you see here. And about earlier this week, I think it was over the weekend actually, I won a $262 Facebook stock here. So sometimes you pay out pretty good. Other days you maybe get between $10 and $20 worth of free stocks. But still, you're building your portfolio and you're heading towards a new future. And that is what Webull is trying to promote. So check them out in the description here. You can follow me on Instagram by finding me in the description. Do not follow anybody else on this channel asking you to talk to them on Instagram. They are total fraud and scammers. That's all they are. They want to take your money, okay? So be very cautious of these people. I'm disappointed, to say the least, with YouTube for not doing a better job at blocking this. They've even gone and cloned my face and put a bogus number in there trying to get people to call some random number. Okay, so be aware of that. I thank you all again, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.